I want to tell you about this little patch. It looks like a Band-Aid. And there's a fellow named David Schmidt who is CEO of this company. He's a very unique individual in that he's a scientist, a geek, and he also has a degree in business. And so that makes him extremely unique in my opinion. And he probably had some interesting thoughts about, you know, like when I was a Boy Scout, we made a crystal set. And you older people on this call, you're going to know what I'm talking about. What is a crystal set? Well, a crystal set, you think about this, they use a certain type of crystal. It doesn't need any electricity, but it picks up the radio waves and is powered by radio waves. So we made a little transistor radio using a crystal. Well, David Schmidt took that to the next level, and he figured out, if I can combine some crystals, and they have very unique properties, and some amino acids and some salts into this little sleeve called this patch, and use the body's own infrared heat, much like the radio waves fired up those crystals. If I could use the infrared heat and selectively reflect back into the body some of the biophotons that our body is making. If this is news to you, if for those of you who don't know, our body is just a bundle of energy. It's into this solid form, but our cells are talking to each other all day long with biophotons. They talk to each other, say, hey, my skin cell, leave me alone. I'm your neighbor. And we signal with biophotons. Well, he figured out how to selectively reflect back a frequency and amplify it with that patch back into the body to do some very wonderful things. Now, you don't have to be all geeky and technology, you don't have to be sciencey, but there's one word, one substance I want you to know the name of. It's called the GHK copper peptide. And don't get the thought in your head that we're going to get copper toxicity. Nothing goes from this patch into your body except the amplified reflected biophotons that are going back to your body. So the GHK copper peptide is elevated. The company had to prove to the US Patent Office that wearing the patch elevates this GHK copper peptide. Well, what does that do? It just repairs 4,200 of our genes. You heard it right. It repairs, our body uses it to repair 4,200 of our genes. It does a lot of other wonderful things, like speeds up wound healing. It smooths skin. It's causing people on this Zoom, I know personally, to regrow hair. And one person I know very personally, myself, it's turning my hair brown again. It does all kinds of things. It's liver protective, it's neuroprotective. It helps regulate and stimulate and repair memory. Even after 1 week of use, they see changes in memory. But here's the thing. The big thing that I want you to know about this patch, or the GHK copper peptide, it turns back on that little factory that makes stem cells. Not somebody else's stem cells. These are not stem cells that are harvested from a recent birth from an umbilical cord and injected into another person. This is why they're not legal in all countries, because they're literally taking somebody else's stem cells and injecting them into another human. This GHK copper peptide signals our body to make more of them, and it returns them to a younger state. So this is truly an anti-aging patch when you put it on your body. A testimonial tonight, you're going to see a recent surgical incision melt down almost to nothing within a few weeks. This is from the GHK copper peptide because it accelerates wound healing. So putting this patch somewhere on your body stimulates a lot of pathways to make you younger. And over a long period of time, we're seeing a reversal in a lot of things in people. Now, having said all that stuff, there's more I could say. I could go on all night about this. It's really an exciting topic to me. It has helped me personally so much and my family that it's reached that state of where I have no doubt when I give somebody these patches to try that it might not be in the first few days because you cannot dictate where those stem cells go to fix, but it's going to change their life in some way that they don't even know about and help them live out their life's fullest expression.
他们说这是不可能的事，单凭一个贴片就能提升细胞活性，利用这样的便携式科技，不可能。但是他们不知道，这位发明家 David Schmidt，LifeWave 的创始人兼执行长，他让大家所说的不可能成为可能。David 致力于在不使用药物或兴奋剂的情况下，自然提升人体细胞能量的水平，从而在2000年初期推出了 LifeWave。他的使命是什么？与世界分享让人身体健康、保健、美丽和长寿的优质产品，不含药物。这个重大突破出现在2004年的美国奥运预选赛上。当时，在美国全国大学体育协会的指标教练 LifeWave 的拥护者 GHK-Cu 的带领下，游泳健将们使用 LifeWave 的能量贴片，创造了多项纪录。这是我们的第一项产品。消息传开了，在怀疑论者的推动下，争议随之而来。但 LifeWave 已被证明是一种安全的非药物科技，在专业运动员、训练者、保健医生、科学家以及一般民众中立即掀起了一股热潮。他们发现 LifeWave 可改善身体状况，精力更充沛，耐力更充足，对生活更有热情。但 David 并未就此止步，他对科学精益求精，发明了各种新方法，减少疼痛，改善睡眠，摆脱压力困扰，还有许许多多绝对不含药物。全国性的故事、访谈、名人合作接踵而至。其他国家的人听说 LifeWave 独特的健康、保健和功效科技产品后，开始掀起了这股世界业绩暴增的浪潮。毕竟，当您感觉很棒的时候，便会开始分享，用各种语言，然后不可思议的事情就发生了。您听过大爆炸理论吗？ LifeWave 的大爆炸不是理论，它改变了一切。在2018年夏天，干细胞以及人们对它在人体内价值的了解日益加深。这些都在全世界成了头条新闻，但10多年来 ，David Schmidt 已经在研究人体的衰老过程以及干细胞如何减缓衰老。他把注意力集中在启动现有干细胞的可能性上，然后他想出了如何使用 LifeWave 技术来提升一种已证实有效的酮肽。几十年的研究在其背后作为科技的证明，此酮肽无需注射就可启动干细胞。接下来就是历史性一刻。X39 诞生了。当 X39 于2019年初推出时，效果令人震惊，客户见证犹如泉涌。今天，它已被证明是一项席卷整个健康养生世界的发明，正在改变各地人们的生活。LifeWave 因此发展迅速。David 说 ，X39 是他迄今为止最大的成就。LifeWave 一跃成为世界关注的焦点，销售达100多个国家。超过80项临床试验和已发明的研究，超过100项由 David 申请及获得的全球专利，其中包括70多项再生科学领域的专利，零竞争对手。这一切意味着什么？如果您是首次听说 LifeWave， 您就站在了一个十字路口。您从我们的加速增长业绩中获利的机会就在现在。掌握获利良机的人很多，您会成为其中的一员吗？ LifeWave 已得到公认。现在正值巨大商机的开始，非常的巨大。您也正站在起始点上，你可借由 LifeWave 帮助人们发现回到身体绝佳状态的感觉有多棒。这就是机会的定义，这就是 LifeWave。